ドジャースがマーリンズに10対1で大勝。大谷翔平選手も快速飛ばしで3塁打を放ちました。立ち上がりや内容が不安視されていたランドンナック投手も6回を5奪三振1四球無失点で見事な投球。マーリンズとの3連戦を勝ち越しで終え、アリゾナ行きの飛行機に乗り込むこととなりました。試合後の現地放送を翻訳してお届けいたします。
Hello and welcome to Access Sportsnet Dodgers. I'm John Hartung alongside Jerry Hairston Jr., Nomar Garciaparra. You guys said this was a must-win game for the Dodgers. They responded in a big way. They take 2 out of 3 from the Marlins in Miami. This on the heels of them taking 2 out of 3 in Atlanta. And we saw Landon Knack and Matt Sauer, both guys called up before this game. They covered the entire 9 innings of this game, and the offense really struggled with a glare early on in this game and also struggled against Valente Belloso. But once they got him out of the game and they could see Nomar, it was on for that offense.
Yeah, I mean, they might tell Clayton McCullough, thank you for taking Belloso out. So either he was pitching well first and foremost, so you got to tip your hat to him. He looked really good, and then there might have been some difficulty seeing. But nonetheless, after he comes out of the game, the offense really got going. What was really impressive is that every spot in the lineup ended up scoring except one spot. So that's telling you up and down the lineup, they were getting the job done. And listen, you really got to tip your hat to both Landon Knack and Matt Sauer just to be able to finish that with well-needed rest for the rest of that bullpen. How critical that was. Those 2 guys getting the job done. Great job.
That is a great point. Landon and Matt, outstanding job. Once again, we need that rest. This is a long road trip. Now you're going to fly back to Arizona. We talked about in the pregame show a must-win. The boys watch our pregame show, so there's a sense of urgency, John. We put it on them. Hey, must win. They came out and did just that.
They certainly responded today. And how about Hae-Sung Kim? His first 3 big league starts in this series. He got a base hit in all 3 games. 2 hits today and an RBI, and a post-game interview right now with Kirsten Watson.
Hae-Sung, you've now had 3 straight starts. Just how comfortable are you feeling playing at the big league level and the success that you've been having as of late?
그래서 오늘까지 3일 연속 이제 선발 출장하고 있어요. 그래서 좀 얼마 정도 좀 편해졌고 지금 느낌이 어떠신지요?
아직 뭐 그렇게 편해진 건 잘 모르겠고 그래도 첫날보다는 많이 나아진 것 같습니다.
Still, but way comfortable than first day, the starting day.
And to get things going offensively, just what is your mindset at the plate in which you're trying to contribute to this offense?
그래서 공격 부분에서 타석에 들었을 때 팀이 어떤 부분에서 좀 기여하려고 하셨었나요?
그냥 항상 말했듯이 제가 뭐 홈런을 치는 타자도 아니고 홈런을 바라지 않는 것 같아서 저는 일단 루상에 나갔을 때 더 팀에 도움이 되는 선수이기 때문에 어떻게든 루상에 나가려고 하고 있습니다.
Like I always said, I'm not a home run hitter. I'm not a power hitter. It's more important to get on base. And then once I get on base, I think I can contribute to the team.
Just in considering all of the adjustments that you made to your swing, seeing the results to come, that has to feel rewarding.
여태까지 스윙 조정을 계속 해왔었는데 그게 이제 좀 결과로 나오는 것 같아요. 그런 부분에서 또 어떻게 생각하시는지요?
네, 다행히 팀에서 알려주신 부분을 연습하다 보니까 이렇게 결과가 좋게 나온 것 같은데 네, 앞으로도 열심히 해야 될 것 같습니다.
Luckily, the results comes along what the team taught me, and then I still have to work hard.
How special is it having an incredible group of veterans just around you? I saw Miguel Rojas talking to you and Andy after that play in the outfield.
아까 앤디 파이스도 그랬고 미겔 로하스가 계속 이렇게 얘기해주고 이런 되게 엄청난 또 팀에서 같이 많은 좋은 구성원들과 뛰고 있는데 어떠신지요?
일단 너무 좋고 제가 모르는 게 많잖아요. 처음이라 그런 것들을 너무 친절하게 먼저 와서 알려주기 때문에 야구를 하는 데 있어서 너무 좋은 것 같습니다.
You know, it's awesome that this is my first year. I have a lot of questions and I have a lot of things that I don't know. But to be honest, everyone is being nice and then they tell me what to do. So it's been great.
Hae-Sung, congratulations on this series win.
오늘 위닝 시리즈 축하드립니다.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great day for Hae-Sung Kim and also for Freddie Freeman, who extended his hitting streak in this game to 12 in a row. He had a 3-hit game. He knocked in 4 runs. Look at this. Look at these numbers over the last 12 games. Hitting .478. The OPS almost 1,404 bombs, but how about 18 RBIs in 12 games? He scored 11 runs. Jerry, that's why it was an easy shot call for me today by going with Freddie Freeman, because he had another big day in Miami.
Yeah, way to go on a limb there,
Yep,
John.
that's what I do.
Fat Five Freddie, who just owns the Marlins. Once again, he is a professional hitter. Rocket up the middle, scrum up baseball. We talked about it earlier. It was really tough to see for these hitters early in the ballgame because there was a glare in center field. I love this approach here. Picking up that RBI after my called shot, Shohei Ohtani tripled. Outstanding job once again. This ball is down. It is a ball, but he's able to get the barrel to it, and he's on his horses. Triple for Fab Five Freddie. Bases clearing triple for him. He's a professional hitter, does it in so many different ways.
You know, everything you said, Jerry, was spot on about how good and how great Freddie Freeman. I'm curious to see if, you know, if he said, listen, put me in the lineup, one, because I'm swinging the bat really well and feeling pretty good, or two, he might be saying, listen, we have a couple of guys hurt right now and out. We need to win this series. I like to be, you know, helpful in that, because we know he doesn't like to come out. Right. You know, even though they were saying, oh, scheduled day off, give him some rest. He's like, I'm not coming out, but I think he also heard Jerry say must win. So he's like, he's right. I got to go out there and play.
He's exactly right, because it was supposed to be a scheduled day off for Freddie, but he probably told Dave, listen, I had plenty of days off.
Way too hot.
When I was on the IL, so I'm rested. I'm ready to go. We got to win this ball game.
All right, Dodgers did win this ball game. Let's head back to the booth in Miami. Check in one final time with Steven Nelson and Eric Karros.
4 straight series wins for the Dodgers, EK. They're 4-2 to start this 10-game road trip. There were so many positives to illustrate tonight.
I mean, really, for me, Landon Knack, the way he set the tone, gave the Dodgers 5 good innings, left with a 1-0 lead. Sauer comes in with some trouble, gets him out of it. And then the Dodger offense just erupted. I think it was a master move by Dave Roberts. Honestly, it's 1 out, Conforto up at the plate. No, we're going to pinch hit Rojas. They counter, and then, no, we're going to pinch hit Outman. He draws a walk, scores on a base hit by Kim with a great slide, puts him ahead 2-0, and then it just became hectic.
I mean, the pitch, he said, Landon Knack, 5+, that was key. Don't sleep on Matt Sauer, 4-inning save. Eric Steven, that's for you. James Outman, Hae-Sung Kim. Again, there's just so many reasons why this is going to be a happy flight to Arizona. This is a big series against the D-backs. First time against them this year.
Well, it really is. And again, we're clicking on all cylinders. We're hitting good game pitching-wise. And let's not forget, Freddie Freeman had 3 hits today, had 4 RBIs, and he's going to Chase Field, where he is one of the most important, most effective, and productive hitters in that ballpark, and he's got 4 games there.
We're looking forward to it. Yoshinobu Yamamoto against Brandon Pfaadt in the series opener. We'll be with you for it.
All right, thanks, guys. Dodgers in the Sunshine State wrapping up the series against the Marlins. They were having a problem with the sunshine and the glare in center field early in this game. Here's Shohei Ohtani, walked and then got thrown out trying to steal second base.
You know, obviously, you know, there's going to be that's going to happen. You're going to if you're going to steal bases, there's going to be a case you get thrown out. You know, I'm looking at the way he's sliding now. He's still putting that arm down.
Yeah,
you know, before he was putting that back. That's just something to be aware of.
Yep. Freddie okay with the glare right there as he follows right after Shohei was thrown out with a base hit. But nothing for the Dodgers in the top of the first. Bottom of the first, Landon Knack just called back up. Xavier Edwards, this is the old 1-6 putout.
Love that, kind of take a little bit of the steam off the baseball right there. That's teamwork, makes that dream work. Off the glove, the move.
And then Knack gets Kyle Stowers with the changeup.
Really good pitch there. See, the ball started off in the zone. Talked about that competitive pitch out of the hand and just kind of runs to the corner.
Bottom 2, Knack facing Matt Mervis. Called strike 3.
Perfect spot there, inner half at the knees.
Dane Myers on the ground to Mookie Betts. Handles it easily.
Mookie looking so comfortable there at shortstop.
Bottom of the third, Landon Knack gets another strikeout looking. 6 pitches off the plate.
Yeah, off the plate. Thank you very much. Listen, if the batters
was consistent.
Hey, if the batters were having trouble seeing, listen, the umpire might have a little bit of trouble seeing it too.
That's Ryan Honora behind the plate. He was calling that pitch all day.
Yeah, hey, if you're consistent, make the adjustment.
Xavier Edwards gives one a ride, and we saw Hae-Sung Kim, first career Major League start in center field, having some communication there with Andy Pajes and Miggy Rowe, chatting to them after this one. In the dugout.
Little translator here, Miggy Rowe.
So I tell him, listen, you guys have to decide what language you're going to speak out there.
Bottom of the fourth, Knack facing Stowers, and he gets him again, this time swinging.
Cambio! Perfect pitch right there. Breaking down and away. Changes, but a perfect changeup is so tough to pick up for the hitter.
Good changeup. And when I watch Knack's changeup, his arm action is exactly same as his fastball.
Bottom of the fifth, though, Knack facing Agustin Ramirez. It's a shot over Kim's head for a double.
Now, this is a big moment in the ballgame.
Yes.
Now you got the leadoff hitter at second base. They're trying to score a run here. Ramirez, a really good swing here. Gets barrel to the baseball on a line. Good extension.
So it's a leadoff double for the Marlins. Then Knack facing Mervis gets the big strikeout.
Oh, really good pitch right there. 2-2, thinking I got to really come with my best pitch, and bottom of the zone, and the bottom falls out of it.
Next hitter is Myers. Fly ball to Andy Pages. And Ramirez is going to stay on second base, not even going to mess with that arm.
Yeah, but mess with that arm. And really, it's smart because right there's one out, and you're thinking that ball may fall in. So if it does, you got to make sure that you're scoring.
Landon Knack pitches around that leadoff double, puts up another 0. The game is still scoreless. Top six, Valente Belloso still on the mound for the Marlins as well. He was tough all day. And he gets Austin Barnes swinging.
He was sitting at 89, 90, but sometimes with 2 strikes, you humped up there 92, 93.
And Clayton McCullough takes him out of the game. Brings in his lefty, and Shohei says thank you.
In a 0-0 game, this is probably the most pivotal at-bat right there. Now we got action. Shohei Ohtani, chin to pocket, huge triple there. Outstanding job, trying to light the fire.
You guys have talked about this many times, how just seeing a different pitcher come out of that bullpen.
Yeah, there are times when you're in the dugout and you're going up and down the dugout. You're saying, thank you very much. And then you're telling each other, okay, guys, now it's on. Let's go. Let's get to these guys. Shohei getting it going, getting it started, getting a third. When there's one out is huge because it really changes the at-bats after that.
That's his 4th triple of the season, tied for the Major League lead. And then Freddie does what Freddie does.
Just short to the ball. It's not really big. He knows that, listen, all I need to do is put this ball in play, get it to the outfield, and knock a run in.
But you notice, so this is the 1 strike. You know, he has that 2-strike approach right there early with the runner on third. Great piece of hitting.
Here's Knack in the bottom of the 6th. Kike Hernandez, the sliding stop.
What an unbelievable effort here by Kike Hernandez. I mean, this is incredible. I mean, not only as you're sliding, but I don't know how he got that much on it as he was getting to his feet and throwing in one motion.
And if not for Edwards' speed, he gets the outs. One pitch Landon Knack probably wishes he had back. He was great all day. 0-2, leaves it up, base hit. And now Dave Roberts is going to come take Knack out of the game. He goes to Matt Sauer, just called up as well because of Evan Phillips going on the IL. 2 on, nobody out. Pitcher's best friend.
That is a great pitch, a slider down on the way, 4-6-3. That's how you draw it up right there. Kike, perfect feed there to Mookie Betts. Thing of beauty.
So a huge 2 outs. And then Jesus Sanchez at the plate. Sauer gets the strikeout.
Great job. Really, it's really easy to kind of relax, going, okay, I got the double play, almost feeling like, okay, I'm out of this inning, rather than refocus and make a quality pitch.
7th inning is when the Dodgers bats really come alive. Kike with a base hit. Dodgers have action, 2 on.
Oh, scolded off the bat of Kike.
And then Nomar Hae-Sung Kim, RBI knock.
Contact is king. Great job driving that ball. And what a great slide and great hustle right there by James Outman.
The 2-0 lead for the Dodgers. Outman had pinch hit, drew a walk, scores the run.
Great job staying on that ball.
And Kim recognized her in the interview with Kirsten. He is not a home run hitter looking to put the ball in play. Gets rewarded.
Shohei walked, and then Mookie walks as well. And that forces in a run. It's 3-0.
RBI.
Freddie Freeman
contributing to the team.
Bases loaded to the gap, and that is going to send everybody home.
I mean, that's really a pitcher's pitch. I'm sure he is frustrated. I make a pitch, maybe get a weak ground ball. Absolutely not. Freddie Freeman, bases clearing triple, doing the Freddie.
Blows the game wide open, 6-0. And I guess when you're hot,
gosh darn. I mean, that was not a bad pitch. It was just Swings out there, just flicks it into the gap. Must be nice you can flick it all the way to the wall like that, huh, Jerry?
Yep.
Andy Pages, that one's through the left side, 7-0. Dodgers put up a 6 spot in that 7th inning. Back to Matt Sauer, facing Ramirez. Puts it on the ground to Max Muncy.
Nice play, Max.
Muncy charges, makes the play for the first out of the inning.
Especially with Ramirez running, he's not fleet of foot. Take your time, make a strong throw.
Dane Myers been so good against the Dodgers this season, but Sauer gets him.
I'll tell you what, Sauer has been very impressive. I know he's pitching with a lead, but he's been aggressive, working the count quickly, getting quick outs.
Puts up another 0 in the bottom of the 8th. And then 7-0 Dodgers going to the 9th. James Outman was just called up. Omar, this has to feel awfully good for him.
Hopefully this gets him going. You know, he just got called up. He struggled a little bit in some of those at-bats. You know, he has some swing and miss in him, but that one he did not miss. Great swing, driving it out to center field. Tell you, if you have a swing like that and that comes through, get called up, that can build your confidence.
3-run shot, Dodgers win the series finale in Miami, 10-1 the final. They are now 25-12. Landon Knack is your winning pitcher, going 5+, no runs on 4 hits and 5 strikeouts. Matt Sauer, a 4-inning save. Freddie Freeman, 3 for 4 with a triple, 4 RBIs, and Hae-Sung Kim, 2 for 4 with an RBI. Let's take a look at what's ahead on the calendar. Dodgers are off to Arizona to meet the Diamondbacks for the first time this season. It's a 4-game series beginning tomorrow night. Then they're back home on Tuesday. It's Mookie Betts bobblehead night against the Athletics. Wednesday is Star Wars night. All of these games on Sportsnet LA. Well, we've got more to come. Freddie Freeman had himself a big day at the plate as the Dodgers take down the Miami Marlins 10-1 and take 2 out of 3 in the series. We will hear from Dave Roberts right after the break. Carl's Jr. moment of the game, Jerry. Bases loaded for Fab 5 Freddie, and this triple breaks it open.
It sure does. This ball is down zone. This is a pitcher's pitch, but this is how talented Freddie Freeman is. Bat to ball skills is important. He is elite. Bases clearing triple. Fab 5 Freddie.
Dodgers go on to win it 10-1. They take 2 out of 3 from the Miami Marlins at Lone Depot Park. It's going to be a happy flight for the guys to Phoenix, Arizona for that 4-game series. But first, let's hear from the skipper, Dave Roberts, with Kirsten and the media.
First with Landon Knack, just of course out of the game we talked about him being efficient and effective. How did he do just that today?
Landon was fantastic. You know, coming here a day ago and being ready to pitch and appreciating what we were up against and to be efficient, go out there and keeps in a ball game, throw the baseball really well. And then to be able to hand it off to Sauer and do what he always does and fills up the strike zone and keeps the pace of play. And, you know, to use those two guys today, considering where we were at, feel a lot different than we did last night. And so now pen is reset and get ready for Arizona.
With Freddie, you were able to get him off his feet late in the game, but just to see what he's been able to do offensively, is this probably the best you've seen him, especially this year?
Best we've seen him this year. I do think that he's certainly managing the ankle, but he's seeing the baseball really well, taking good swings. And so, yeah, you know, in the middle of 10 in a row, and I know we talked about potentially giving him a day off today, but, you know, in talking to him, he feels good and he's seeing the baseball well. So any chance we can get him off his feet, we've done that. But, you know, today was good. It was close until it wasn't, and it was just that big 6-run inning was big and just taking really good at-bats.
When he was coming off the IL, you talked about him trying to find a new normal. Do you feel like he found a new normal, or is it him just getting back to where he was before the ankle?
I actually think this is a new normal. I think that with his swing, the lower half, it's a little different than it was, than it has been throughout his career. But I think this is kind of what, like I said before, a new normal for him, and he's finding ways to make good on it and feel comfortable while doing it.
What happened with Phillips?
You know, he's just had some arm soreness. It's just not recovering. And could he have pitched today? Absolutely. I just don't know. No one knows how he would feel responding going forward. So I think for us, it just made the most sense to IL him, and our expectation is on that 16th day, he'll be back active. So it's just more of a precaution.
Landon Knack delivered a solid start, 5 strikeouts and 5+ innings of work. Dodgers pick up a 10-1 win and a series win over the Miami Marlins. We're going to hear from Evan Phillips coming up. You know, Mark, what you can do tomorrow after you crush your workout at 4:30 in the morning?
Oh,
You can go to Jack in the Box. You can get a free Jumbo Jack with the purchase of a large drink only at LA area restaurants because they had 9 strikeouts today, only needed 7. Today, Landon Knack, he carried the load. He had 5 of those 9 strikeouts. Dodgers got the win. Unfortunately, Evan Phillips was placed on the injured list. We heard Dave Roberts talking about it. Let's hear from Phillips right now with Kirsten and the media.
So how long has this been bothering you?
You know, it's kind of just been, I thought it was just reacclimating to, you know, the workload, and I always felt good when I pitched. So that's kind of, you know, where my disappointment comes in, is I do feel like I can still contribute, but I think what it comes down to is we don't want to mess around with something in early May. So we don't really have the luxury of giving me a couple days off here to, you know, figure it out. So we decided best to just, you know, be cautious with it. We'll get a deeper look at things over the next week or a few days in Arizona when we get over there, and, you know, hopefully have a clearer idea of what we're working with. But I think there's a lot of optimism in the training room about, you know, what they're expecting. So let's just hope this is a quick 15 days and we're right back to it.
MRI, is that what you're expecting?
We'll get to Arizona and kind of get our ducks in a row and create a plan, whether that's getting back to LA and getting something figured out, or, you know, see how things develop overnight. I think we've made some great progress even in just the past couple of days. You know, that's, again, I'm, you know, not happy to be in this position. I think we've made some great strides in my just general recovery over the past couple of days. So hopefully we just keep building on that.
And it certainly makes sense, Jerry. We heard Dave Roberts say Evan Phillips could have pitched today, and we heard Evan Phillips say he actually feels fine when he pitches. But for a guy who is just coming back after missing about 6 months with a slight tear in his rotator cuff, you want to be careful with him having some discomfort in that forearm.
Yeah, you have to be very, very cautious with him. Once again, Evan Phillips is so important to our bullpen, especially the back end of our bullpen. So if he feels anything, right now is the time to kind of shut him down a little bit, let that whatever he's dealing with subside, and make sure once he takes the mound again, he's 100%. So if you're going to do that, do it now. Make sure you get him right.
Yeah, it's smart. And listen, sometimes when you have an injury somewhere, you don't know subconsciously, you may be putting some, you know, some torque or some, you know, you might start feeling pain somewhere else. So if you're starting to feel it now, I'm glad he addressed it doing that. We also know, you know, we're talking about his sweeper has been pretty nasty too. Maybe you're going, okay, might trying to get a little more extra on that, maybe something like that. But nonetheless, take care of it now.
In 7 games this year since he came off the IL April 19th, no runs allowed by Evan Phillips for the Dodgers. Freddie Freeman keeping his hit streak alive. He's now up to 12 games as the Dodgers pick up the series win over the Marlins. Landon Knack speaking with the media coming up after the break. Win 10-1 over the Marlins, and Landon Knack, 5 scoreless innings, picks up his 2nd win of the year. Right now he's talking with Kirsten and the media.
Landon, just coming into this game, obviously I know you know the bullpen was taxed. Just how much was it just top of mind to go out there, be efficient, and to be effective on the mound?
I mean, obviously big, of course, when you're trying to make sure that you save the pen over there a little bit, get them some rest. And so, yeah, the day was just kind of really just wanted to attack, get ahead as quick as possible, and just try to stay on the attack the whole time.
As you were cruising along, what was working so well for you today?
Kind of everything felt pretty good today. I think we did some work on the throw the last couple weeks. Kind of got back to me, real true, like north-south, so a little less spinning. So kind of keeping everything over the plate, like fastball location was great. Curveball was being able to strike that. Changeup was really going, so felt really good.
Final thoughts coming up after the break, and we will look ahead to Thursday's series opener in Arizona with Yoshinobu Yamamoto set to take on the Diamondbacks. All right, tomorrow the Dodgers are opening up a 4-game series against the Diamondbacks in Arizona. It's going to be Yoshinobu Yamamoto getting the ball, looking to improve to 4-2, or on his 4-2 record. Jerry has a 0.9 ERA this season.
He has been outstanding at the start of the season. Listen, more of the same. The D-backs are playing pretty good baseball. They always want to get a little get back at the Dodgers. Got to come ready to play.
You know, early on, I want to see how sharp he is. You know, one, we know it's different to pitch in Arizona. The ball doesn't kind of move or break the same way. The other thing, though, too, it's a shortened rest than what he's used to. He's not once a week, so we'll see. I'm hoping he's what we've seen so far.
It's going to be a fun 4-game series for Jerry, Nomar, and Kirsten. I'm John. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Our pregame coverage begins at 5:30 here on Sportsnet LA.
6回、7回と素晴らしい攻撃でしたね。アウトマン選手も9回に待望の一発が出ましたし、今日は攻撃が試合後半は見事に噛み合っていましたね。ランドン・ナック投手も今日の投球で自信をつけ、次の登板も好投を期待しましょう。明日は山本由伸投手が先発です。ここまで圧倒的な投球が続いてますので、明日の好投にも期待しましょう。それでは次回の動画でお会いしましょう。さようなら。